Okay. See if we can get this thing aiming this way. Okay, there we go. Something like that. It's 3:13, 8:15:18. This Dr. Rodriguez isn't responding. I suddenly got advised that I have a funeral for a girl I've known from when she's 12 or 13 years old because of a suicide at the age of 34, okay? And he won't say whether... So we're going to see what
Thank you for calling the Premier Mind Institute and offices of Dr. Shivani Chopra, Dr. Thomas Rodriguez, Dr. Allison Wells, Dr. Barbara Nosal, Ms. Jessica Hines, Mr. Everardo Cabral, and Ms. Chintana Shah Gandhi. If this is a medical or psychiatric emergency, please hang up and dial 911 or go to your nearest emergency room. For more information about our practice, policies, and providers, please visit us on the web at www.premiermindinstitute.com. To speak to our staff, please press 1. If you are calling after hours, you have an... Doctor's office, this is Valerie. How may I help you?
Is Dr. Rodriguez in or his staff?
Yes, I can help you.
Okay, this is George Bazzetti. He had 3 weeks' notice to notify me. He calls me on a private phone that I can't call him back on every time, okay? Very unprofessional. Gives me 2 days' notice. I just find out that a friend of mine's daughter committed suicide. Do you hear me? Because his friends at Department of Mental Health help for political reasons this woman lose her daughter and have them drug them up when they were children. She gets her children back by an order from Supervisor Antonovich, okay? An emergency order to get her children back. Now her daughter's dead. I'm the only person she can trust, and Dr. Rodriguez has had more than 2 hours to respond to me if he can delay this meeting with me tomorrow when all I have on my mind is this dead girl and her mother. Now, when is Dr. Rodriguez going to start to be a pro and have some empathy? Maybe he should look at how many people got those emails. About 200 people are notified of all the games that are going on here right now. And maybe he should punch my name into Google. And any of you people down there, he doesn't even come up to page 2. I have 80 pages on my name, and you people are calling me gravely disabled? Now tell Dr. Rodriguez to get back to me before the end of business day today with whether he can delay this meeting so I can go to a funeral for a girl that committed suicide. And when I show up at the apartment where she committed suicide, the homicide people are there. And when we go to Ramparts to talk to him about the daughter's suicide, one of the detectives, and I gave him his phone number and name, in the room is the guy that was there that day I was there on the homicide. Now let's see him deal with this. Along with the fact this is the 3rd time to depart in 95, and that's against the law. Tell him to respond how he can even talk to me. Can you do that, please?
I'm absolutely, that was, forgive me, that was a lot of information. I'm not familiar
He's
with
to
your
respond
name
to
as
me
the client.
about delaying tomorrow's meeting because I need to go to a funeral for a girl who committed suicide and the family needs me there. Is that simple enough now?
Absolutely. Dr. Rodriguez.
Why can't you
is in
people
our
comprehend
office
what people
tomorrow.
say when you're working with psychological stuff? See, I don't have a psychological problem. I find all you psychological people can't deal with psychology, can't deal with facts, can't deal with the definitions of gravely disabled, which means I couldn't even be talking to you about this and nobody would want me at their funeral because I can't even feed myself. I sent him the definition in case he didn't know. And the 836-page Psychiatric 2018 California Manual that I know inside and out too, because I'm so gravely disabled. Now, I need in writing from him in an email, and you certainly know how to get in touch with him. If I cannot come tomorrow,
I just can't promise.
no, you're going to make sure he does it. It's his responsibility, or he can lose his license. Already, the guy that runs mental health is going to have his license put up, and Dr. George Blair, who forced me to take drugs who can kill me at 71, because all this is elder abuse, lady, listen close. That means a minimum of 5 years in jail. And I've had enough elder abuse. Now this family needs me, and you know perfectly well how to get a hold of him. And professionals call people on professional phone numbers. Not can't talk back to you numbers. He's not very professional. And I know he's not working in my best interest. I've had 4 judges since May in 7 hearings. 4 judges, 6 attorneys, 6 prosecutors, and for 5 years illegally prosecuted by the DA for misdemeanors. And I have every single misdemeanor in LA right now being prosecuted because I had it verified by Stan, the man who's one of the top guys in the probation department, okay? I got a whole list of people he can talk to about who I am. Go enter Mr. Rodriguez's name into the internet. He doesn't even show up. Then enter my name.
It'd be really helpful if I could write down your name.
No problem. Let's take care of business. And I don't want a phone call. I want an email.
Okay. Dr. Rodriguez is an independent contractor within our business, and he works outside. It sounds like you're dealing with something that doesn't have anything to do with this office, so that's why it's unfamiliar to me, and I apologize.
He wants to put his name up there. He's going to respond. Your business is responsible because you're collecting money off of this. I know contract law. My website is fraudbuster.org, and I've stopped $300 billion bonds, eliminated police agencies at the request of the officers, and still have the internal memos. So I don't want to hear about all this hish-hash because I know your agency that he works for is collecting a piece of this action, which means you got responsibility.
What I was trying to say is that's not, he's not doing that through our office. He's doing that as a separate contractor.
That's tough luck. This is his office.
Like I said,
you told me, and I'm recording a phone call, lady. Do you hear me? I'm recording the phone call. Every word you say is recorded and getting loaded up to my website. Now, continue to say you don't know how to contact him.
That's not what I said. What I said was he's only in our office on Tuesdays, and I'm happy to try.
You know how to contact him immediately right now. You have emergency numbers. Don't tell me you don't know how to contact him right now.
I can reach out to him. I just don't know how quickly he'll respond.
Do it, and I don't care. You guys had better get to me by the end of business day. You tell him his license is on the line. His license is on the line. And your company's business is potentially... Listen close. The elder abuse people are already coming. The state bar is already involved in asking me for more information. I just got a response back from the grand jury and they're getting notified of all this. Do you really want to get more involved in what I'm capable of?
All I want is your name, sir.
Now let's take care of business. George, we could have done this in the first place. This shows the unprofessionality and corruption in your own office. George, B as in boy, U, Z, Z, E, T, T, I, and it's at gmail.com.
Okay. Okay, so,
Tell him if he calls me, I'm shutting down the phone call till I turn my camera on because it's being recorded. As this meeting I'm having with him is going to be recorded. We're playing no games. Tell him he's over his head. I worked for 6 years with Sheriff Baca passing legislation. I know every hole in this government what he doesn't know.
okay, so...
He's merely a Mickey Mouse contractor.
Right?
I've written legislation, and I'm sick of this mess.
Have you emailed Dr. Rodriguez is what I'm asking?
I sure have. I only called you because it's been 2.5 hours now. He hasn't responded. Because I know he's afraid of what's coming down his way. I'm not one of those other people in there. I'm a political problem. And if he wants to be a part of a conspiracy and a protection racket on the federal RICO and Hobbs Act government corruption level, make my day. Because this is serious. This is about a suicide and a funeral where a family needs me, and if he can't have any respect for me, I'm not going to have any for him legally, while you people are illegally causing me these problems, okay? He had 3 weeks to contact me. I have the piece of paper here. Stupid people give me documents.
I can't reach out to him until we get off the phone. So when
Okay,
you do
bye.
Reach out.
Well, that takes care of that shit.